And welcome back, Crypto Hulk. Got a great show lined up for you. Oh man, a lot of exposure. By Jove, I've got exposures, global exposure to cryptos. Oh man, we got the Chinese and the Russians. We're going to talk about that. The payment system that the Russians and the Chinese have is not working. It's a disaster. 10% of the Russian payments make it through. We're going to start off with that. I think I know what solution the Russians and the Chinese are going to use. Don't you? If you're on Crypto Hulk channel, you know. For about the past year, I've been showing you how Ripple in China, how Ripple in China and then Ripple in Russia have partnerships. Now, I will give credit to Digital Perspectives today. Finally, after 1 year of me broadcasting the Russian research report, he finally put it on his show. Somebody gave it to him, I'm sure. And they had all the little XRP and Ripple things highlighted right there. I'm like, how cute. Somebody prepared his notes for him, 1 year later. And he was up there talking. Now I'm giving him credit. So he's like, yeah, we have a Ripple Russia connection all the way back like 2 years ago or so, a Ripple China connection 2 years ago. And I'm like, really? Crypto Hulk's got it back 10. And if you go back to Ripple China, I got it back to 2001. So we got you by 23 years, buddy. But it's okay. He was proud. He felt proud, like mommy put a gold star on the top of his paper. Yeah, he felt like a real news reporter today, boy. I was watching the show. I'm like, oh my God, dude, how sad. All right. But that's why I'm proud to have this show. When I show you guys stuff about Ripple, whatever it might be, we go back at least 10 years. This guy, that other guy who I was just talking about, he's happy if he can see any kind of evidence from 2 years ago. I'm like, wow. And this guy runs a mastermind group. Oh my God, what a waste of fucking money. Anyhow, who was the first one here today? Hunter, then Stephen Morris, Wizard Greyballs, XR Poseidon, then TK. Welcome. Let's see. Dennis H. Test of the emergency XRP system. Thank you very much there, Dennis. Quicker global adoption drives faster U.S. regulations, says Dennis H. Then Kitch J comes in. Thank you very much for that. I'm just looking through the comments real quick. Dennis H. I saw the dig dummy today. Oh yeah, and laughed. You heard him? He was so proud of that, wasn't he, Dennis? Was that Dennis? Yeah, Dennis. So if you watch Digital Dildo or the Digital Dummy, whatever you want to call him, you know he didn't find that. That Russian article, you know he did not find that on his own. It was about a year after I showed the whole world that shit. Then he finally posted on his show, and boy, he was proud, wasn't he? He was talking about China. He's reading off some Chinese papers, talking about XRP or something. Boy, he had a baby fist because he thought he was onto something. And I'm like, dude, I've got Ripple all the way back to 2001. I mean, Ripple China back to 2001. And all that Russian, Chinese stuff you were talking about from 2 years ago, well, on Crypto Hulk, we got it easily back to 10 years ago, 11. But it's like just watching him, it was so sad for the people that like pay for that show. Like a year ago, I came out with all this stuff. And then finally, just now, these paid channels, and he's promoting an XRP event in Las Vegas. Oh. He doesn't even have the evidence that XRP China goes back 10 years ago. When they had a crypto all ready to go. Ripple Israel. Oh, these people got nothing. You realize this? They're holding a conference trying to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna help prepare you. I'm not even gonna talk about it. It's sad. It's truly sad. 8-year-old hooker. She's still out there walking the streets, knowing she ain't got shit and no one wants it. Live with the Hulk 2 days in a row. That's fucking awesome. Go Sappers. There's that Sappers guy, Thomas, again. All right. The Hulk. Let's go. Go to the article here about Russia. Dimitri, I'm going to show you article about Russia. And the Russians will say, Crystal Hulk, that Russian impression was horrible. And I'll say, well, I never practiced my Russian accent, so it should be horrible. But anyhow, you don't pay me to show you horrible things. You pay me to show you all the connections in crypto to know that you're in the right cryptos. You need to know beyond a shadow of a doubt. If you watch these digital dildo dumbasses, all they do is promote this, sell that, have sponsors to sell you whatever shit. Oh, it's fucking embarrassing. Okay. Now, Crypto Hulk, have you got that out of your system yet? I think so. Guess what? I might have a sponsor for the show. Oh yeah. And it has nothing to do with alcohol. I know. Fuck. It has nothing to do with financial advice. Financial advisors has nothing to do with financial advisors. I found a anti-aging longevity. Hey, I'll be pushing 54 next month, man. I'm starting to get old. I got back pain, hurts every night, wakes me up. I don't want to get into my personal problems. But I got different arthritises and shit, and it's not fucking cool. I've been lifting weights for 39 years. Maybe that has part of the reason. A lot of those years were really super fucking heavy shit I never should have done. Red Bull powered, by the way. But yeah, I started lifting in 1985 in June. So in June, March, about 3 months from now, it'll be 39 years. I've been working out for 6 days a week. I'm not gonna tell you the name of this place because I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna start doing some anti-aging, or let's call it longevity, or whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm probably not gonna maybe specifically tell you what I'm doing or how much, whatever it is, but if I get good results, because I know most of my members are about 30 plus, so I strongly doubt you have hormone issues or your body's breaking down at 30 or under. I mean, it's possible you got some bad genes, but you know what? I'm going to give this longevity center a try. They have different budgets for different incomes and stuff. I will look for a Crypto Hulk anti-aging clinic. I might come up with a snazzy name for it. And I'll give you a phone number to call to get hooked up with the Crypto Hulk discount. You got to mention Crypto Hulk. You know, my channel's different because we're going to be rich one day. And, you know, I don't have sponsorships because all these corporations and I would like to have a sponsor. And we're going to do a show. I talked to the guy who runs the place. And I'm going to have them. We're going to do like a side-by-side show. And that's the show. And you guys can call in. I'm going to hook up guess what I got back? The Crypto Hulk phone. I haven't hooked it all up and shit yet. I took it out of the moving boxes because I moved, right? So it's still kind of packed up. But I'm gonna have this dude, stem cells and hormone replacement and different kinds of things. I don't know about that right away. I'm 49. I hear you. My joints are beat from work and sports. Hey, all ages, well, to a certain extent, maybe 25 or 30 and up. But they got different kinds of things. I'm going to learn more about the company. I'm going to have it as my sponsor. They're going to be on the show. We can talk to these people and find out if there's stuff that you might need and whether you can afford this or that. Because look, like I told you, I've already bought my crypto. I'm not going to keep dumping and dumping and dumping because what if, right? I don't want to be a negative Nancy, but I invested in crypto 4 years ago. I'm not buying anymore. If I don't get rich off the shit that I bought, it's too fucking bad. Now I got gold about a year ago. I've been buying gold. Okay. So the crypto thing, I'm just not dumping and dumping and dumping. Because what if all this fucking shit goes bad or whatever it might be? Then that's not good. I bought a certain amount of XRP, and if it doesn't hit the lowest price tag I'd like to see XRP ever, $1,000, and then I can kind of walk away from this like, okay, that's cool. $500. Okay, $500 XRP. Let's say if that's the most it'll ever be. Nah, fuck it. Yeah, okay, I could deal with that. All right, but that's like the absolute lowest. But I'm not going to be buying more and more. Okay, so there you have it. Let me get back on track to the show. I had to give you a little update. So I'm concerned. I want everybody to have the best health they can, to be their strongest, smartest. It helps you with your brain. Your brain makes decisions and stuff. You can make smart decisions, not by dumb shit like Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I talked to the guy who runs the place. I think he has bought some Bitcoin or something or Ethereum. I'm like, oh God, brother, we need to talk. I'm like, you don't buy that shit. So anyhow, that's what's coming up. Probably about 2 weeks to 3. I'm gonna probably start services with them, like start getting my supplies of whatever I get in less than a week, and it'll probably take me 1 to 2 weeks to start feeling or seeing differences. I'll let you know, and if this stuff works, we're gonna have these people on the show and discuss things. So I'll have like an open show. It won't be a crypto. It'll just be about you, maybe getting you in the best shape that you can, and because there's life after crypto. I don't know what happens after Crypto Hulk show. Maybe I continue it. Um, it'll be different. It'll be more like, okay, now that you're rich, you want to live as long and healthy as you can, so you don't die of a heart attack at age 40. Go see these people at my clinic, the Crypto Hulk Anti-Aging Clinic. See where I'm going at with this? So it's not just a fucking show you watch for once a day or something. It's like a show that you learn how to get rich and then how to find the right doctors and stuff to keep you in the best possible mental, emotional, and physical shape that you can. That's what we're going to offer at Crypto Hulk. I got to go. So, anyhow, Robert Driscoll, glad to be in class, Hulk, he says. S. Harib1, we are proud having your channel. I'm proud to be a person who I can deep dive shit, show you all the connections, show you don't get fooled. Do not be fooled by these stupid assholes all over social media. Okay, I show you all the evidence. Everything's very upfront on my show. Everything, as they say, is transparent. I work hard to find information no other channel can find. My channel has evidence no other channel can find. Why? Because they're not looking. Why? Because they have sponsors and they don't give a shit about you. It's about get this fucking money from these sponsors. I'm not doing a deep dive. I'm not going to show these people it takes too much work to do all that shit. Okay. Underpass 61 version 2. Welcome to 2024 crypto explosion. Mateo's 33 years young. Stacy Bozzi is 53. 53. Technically, right now, I'm 53. But in April, I'll be 54. Dana White has a really good doctor in Germany. Well, we're going to have a really good doctor in Florida, okay, who's going to explain stuff to us, get us the best possible price. The more people we can get hooked. Here's what he told me, okay? The more people we can get on board. Now, I'm not mentioning the name of this clinic until I see great results. So it might be 2, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months, whatever it is. I'm letting you know ahead of time. I'll let you know if I'm seeing differences and stuff. But They can do a lot of different things to your body, to get you in the best shape or mentally, physically, whatever, emotionally. Maybe you have an emotional problem, whatever it is. I'm trying to get, if I notice great results, oh, I'm gonna tell you. You already know I got a big fucking mouth. So I told this guy, be prepared. I got a channel. And if your shit works, I know there's a lot of older guys like myself, and there's older people than me watching my show. We get a big group together. Hey, prices go way, way down, okay? To where, if we, just like my show, I got big whales coming in. If we get enough people joining, then even if you're like not the richest guy, you could probably get something pretty decent, little basic program, okay? But not if like there's like 5 people, like we got like 50 or 100 people, then this guy can work with us and get this fucking price as low as he can. But anyhow, let's move on to the show. I gotta make some money. What about wiener problems? Says Stephen Morris. Uh, hold on a minute. For baby fist issues, I guess this guy can do stuff. Look, these people can do everything that matters. So if the baby fist is like a limp baby fist, then maybe this guy can work on it. All right, but let's move on because we're getting into a Gary Gensler subject, and that's not for me. All right. Let me copy this article. We're starting off with Russia. Back to business. I want you to see how Russia and China, their money system is all fucked up. Okay, they're gonna need a solution, and that's where our cryptos come in. It's not Bitcoin. It's not Ethereum for this shit. Here's the article: Russian traders reel from China payment problems. They're they're mad. Russian traders are mad from China payment problems. Are you hearing me? China payment problems. Here's this. Only 10% of Russian traders have been able to pay suppliers for goods from China this month. Their struggles further highlighting the risks, of foreign business dealings during the Kremlin. So Russians are trying to buy shit from China, but their payment systems between the two countries, because look, again, they're not gonna, nobody wants like a BRICS coin. I'm telling you what, here's what's gonna happen. You all know this. They're gonna look, I already showed you 10 years ago, Ripple China, Ripple Russia. No other channel on the internet has this. Please join my channel. If you find my channel valuable, I find all of you valuable. That's why I deep dive and show you facts that no other channel can touch. I'm showing you how to be super rich. I'd appreciate, get a membership, anything. Get the $5 one. If you get the $9.99 memberships, you get twice as many shows, okay? But 10% of Russian traders are able, imagine you live in a neighborhood where only 10% of the people can buy food. Everybody's going to go over and rob their house, right? Hey, that dude down the street, I just saw him with a box of little Smokies. 10% of Russians are the only ones able to buy shit, okay? Whatever payment system Russia and China has, not working, okay? They need a solution. Now, we all know how it's going to end. I'll show you all the magic later when there's Ripple China. Let's just pretend, okay? Let's right now pretend I don't have evidence. Pretend like I'm like the Digital Dildos or some other channel, okay? And I don't know that there's a partnership going back 10 years. We'll just pretend. Cautious Chinese banks are very suspicious of not Chinese banks don't want to get in trouble with the US. So there's sanctions that we have for Russia, and China's not trying to really get mixed up in all that, okay? So trading between Russia and China is very difficult right now. Russian importers told online newspaper that making cross-border transactions was like playing roulette with their money. Either the funds are delayed, the funds are held up indefinitely, or their money just vanishes into thin air. So that's the problem right now when America is jamming up Russia. Russian businesses have encountered difficulties with Chinese banks from the very start, the Russia-Ukraine war 2 years ago, with lenders carefully vetting transactions to avoid losing access to lucrative Western markets. The political leadership in Beijing has gone further than any other major power to back the legitimacy of the Kremlin. However, despite public complaints about the far reaching nature of American behind the scenes, the Chinese government has reluctantly followed the rules of America, and they haven't told America to go fuck off yet. So the Chinese are trying to look like they don't like us, but they're pretty much listening to the rules, okay? Uh, I'm going to skim this. The China Construction Bank and all these saying that they will no longer accept payments from Russia. So it's really tough now for Russia to buy stuff, okay? Let's scroll down to under the big picture. It shows a coin. It shows a coin and one of the Chinese rulers. Go down to the next, right below that. Traders who made payments to Chinese described a settlement success rate 1 in 10. So you got 10 Russians trying to buy shit, only one of the deals goes through. That's the end of that article. Let me show you truth bomb number 1. We do a copy paste. Stephen Morris, I hope I don't have gray balls by the time XRP moons. No comment on that, buddy. Thanks for the donation. Member for 8 months. Message was deleted by Aussie Mate. Devin's been in the group. Devin is in the best shape of his life. He's been working out since he was 13. Now, technically speaking, I started in 7th grade, so that would be like 1983. I started lifting in 83, but I'd kind of go off and on. And then 84, I was kind of doing the same thing. But by 85, June, I just said, I'm doing this for the rest of my life. So I had to get about 15 years old before I matured. All right. Here we go. Truth bomb number 1. I just showed you. If you go up to the, well, there's a lot of them on this video. If you go to this video and you go to the 22-second mark, 22-second mark, you'll see a Russian research report. I'll go over that later. If you scroll up to about the 52-second mark, you'll see Russia, Ripple RU. That means Russia. If you scroll up to this 1 minute 23 seconds, 1 minute 23 seconds, you're going to see a picture of the Ripple logo with the words Ripple RU. Everybody, this is 2014. Now, if you go to the 1 minute 38 second mark, 1 minute 38 second, you're going to look up at the top and you're going to see a timestamp, February 28th, 2015. What this means is the Wayback Machine took a picture at the year 2015. The partnership with Russia really was around 2013-14, but Wayback took it at 2015, okay? That is 10 years ago. So we're reading an article about Russia and not being able to trade with China and all this stuff. and they're acting like 10% of the people can only look. This is all staged, okay? And let me show you the next truth bomb right here. If my show is still on YT, if they haven't taken it down by now, which is pretty miraculous, they might say, "Ah, this is old news. Fuck it. We've already nailed it with this guy. We've jammed his channel up so bad it doesn't fucking matter anymore." Here you got a go to the 42-second mark. 42-second mark. This is now China and how it's related. If you go to this 16-second mark, you'll see Ripple China or whatever. Ripple CNY, that's China. If you bump it up to the 28-second, watch the whole video. New people, watch this whole video. This is a very good video on how Ripple and the Red Dragon country are all buddy-buddy. But if you go to the 42-second mark, you're going to see a Ripple logo with the word Ripple 2, and it's the world's first virtual currency gateway in Red Dragon country, and I can't say the name. Next, you're going to love this one. Let me do a copy and a paste. This is for new people as well. No other channel has this. I appreciate you being a member. I'm showing you like top information no other channel has. I'm asking for you to join a channel for like $10 a month, and you got access to the best information on the internet to show you all the connections. I'm reading articles about Ripple. I'm reading articles about how Russia and China, and they're talking about their trades not working. Look at this one I just sent you here, where it shows Ripple China. Look at this right there. You know what that is? Show just started all over. Yeah, there's been some problems here. Hold on a minute. Okay, so what we have here, you're looking at a picture. It's called a Ripple China. Below that, it says CNY. I'm at the 25-second mark. Go to the 25-second mark. 25-second mark. You see Ripple China. This is an actual crypto right here. Look at that. It's 2013. What you're looking at is this is an actual digital currency. 11 years ago, Ripple made a crypto for the Red Dragon country. I'm showing you it right there. That's an actual crypto. I don't have the full page on this. Maybe watch the whole video and I'll show it, but I've made other videos in the past 2 weeks about this. Look, that article we just read about Ripple and Russia and China having problems trading. Dude, that's all bullshit. I just showed you right here. They've got all this taken care of. Look at the last one I'm going to show you. I have the name. I'm going to copy the name of this report so you can see it. Let me see if it allowed me to post it. There you go. See if you can click on that one. It may not allow you. What you can do is highlight that whole, what I just typed, foreign and Russian experience of blockchain. Highlight all that and do a search on it. Let me know. Somebody do a search on that article. It's made by the Atlantic Press. See if you can find that article and click on it. It's made by the Atlantic Press. I'm going to wait till at least one person tells me they found it. It works. Okay, you got the link, so you can see the whole report, right? Hippie17 can see the whole report. Let me verify it, and I'll keep going. Yes. Okay, now, Hippie17. Here's the title, Foreign and Russian Experience. What we have here is we have a college in Russia And they did a study. And of course, I'm not saying the Russian government did this. What I'm saying is, well, in Russia, look, your schools are like half government owned anyway or full. So let's just say Russia did a report. Let's scroll down pages. You got page 1, 2, 3, 4. I think page 5 is what we want. Page 5 is what we want. Now, on the left side, go down about one paragraph or so. Let me read this to you. Based on the research results, it was concluded that the Ripple platform can be considered as the basis for starting work on creating a system of cross border payments. Russia is telling us that when they make a crypto platform and a cryptocurrency, the Ripple platform says right there, the Ripple platform will be considered as the base, the basis or the base. Okay. Now, below that, it talks about XRP. And then in the next paragraph, it mentions Ripple. Then in the following paragraph, it mentions Ripple. The next paragraph, it talks about XRP, Ripple, XRP. Next paragraph talks about Ripple. Are you seeing what the fuck I'm talking about? I was the first one that showed this anywhere on the internet. These other people have no idea. Over the past year, you might have seen a couple people showing this. Just today, Digital Perspectives decides to show this about a year after I was showing it and talking about it. I've shown this article probably 20 times on my show over the past year. Today's the first time he ever showed it. And boy, he had a baby fist. He was so happy. But it's kind of like I felt like saying, welcome to the party, but you're kind of late by a year. All righty. Let's go. Now there's a crypto called CeeLo. CeeLo. Let me do a copy and a paste. This is a very short article. I'm not going to spend a lot of time. I talked about CeeLo about once. What I did about a year ago, maybe a year and a half, I went over about 8 cryptos. I'm not going to do it again. I deep dived 8 cryptos, told you everything I knew about it from what I studied, and then we moved on. I didn't do a full 100%, searcheroo on it. Wasn't interested. I wanted to basically show you what each crypto was and would I buy it or not. CeeLo is one of them. I was pretty impressed with it. Right now, CeeLo just announced they're going to build a layer 2 on top of Ethereum. That's kind of a little bit wrong, but okay. What their goal is to hit up poor countries, like emerging kind of markets and stuff. And that's all I'm going to kind of talk about. I don't have a whole lot to say about CeeLo, but I just wanted to let you know that. Let's get into the next article. Dennis H says, but go Ripple. Dennis is probably going to be a cheerleader at the Ripple Las Vegas. You got to have a beard, and you got to wear a girl's cheerleading dress and have pom-poms and shit and get ready to cheer for Brad Garlinghouse and David Schwartz and stuff. Get pictures of it, please, and say, thank you for letting me come to Ripple Las Vegas. Thank you, United States government, secret letter agencies. Oh, man, how embarrassing. Okay. Here's an article about Basil. Now, Basil is like the global bank boss, okay? Not like Boss Baby, but, pretty close. Basil sets global banking standards. In the United States, we have something called the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. Michael Hsu, HSU. It's not Sue, it's Sue. Michael Hsu is in charge. He took over the position from a genius called Brian Brooks. Brian Brooks used to be the comptroller. He was a genius. Michael Hsu is a dumb shit, okay? Let's go over this article. I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's going to be very, very short, all right? I'm only going to highlight it. They're talking about, okay, so remember now, what we're studying. We're studying Basel. Basel makes global requirements. Basel makes global requirements of banks, and they follow Basel, okay? So we're not just dealing with some dumb shit person. We're dealing with the Basel Committee on Banking. They're saying this, proper tokenization. Now remember, Ripple just bought 2 tokenizing platforms. All this is done for a reason right now. In the past 6 months, Ripple bought Medico and Standard Custody. There's a big, big fucking reason for that. Ripple's taken over, okay? That's why they did this. That's why in the Federal Reserve of the United States of America, Jerome Powell runs it. You know who the number 2 guy is? Michael S. Barr, former Ripple employee. Number 2 at the Federal Reserve. Rosie Rios, the treasurer, the treasurer of the United States of America, leaves and goes to work for Ripple. And we can talk about a lot more too. Robbie Mitchnick went to go work for BlackRock. He's like in charge of BlackRock's crypto. Sandy O'Connor goes to work. She leaves Ripple in 2020, goes to work for BNY Mellon, America's oldest bank. She's in charge of their securities and stuff in another department. She's a Ripple employee. Like, we can go on and on. There's nobody from Ethereum doing that. There's nobody from Bitcoin doing that, okay? There's a tie-in. I'm talking about Ripple for a reason, because you're going to see a tie-in. You've got Basel. Basel is saying we have to have tokenization, but you've got to have connectivity and control, okay? As general manager of the Bank for International Settlements, he says this, to harness, now remember, the Bank of International Settlements is another kind of bank that runs all the world's banks, okay? They're a Ripple partner at the Bank for International Settlements. Just thought I'd put that one in there. What does the Bank of International Settlements say? To harness the full benefit of tokenization. Remember, Ripple just bought 2 tokenization platforms. To harness the full benefits of tokenization requires that all digital asset networks are interconnected and interoperable. Is Ethereum interoperable with everything? No. If you don't use Ethereum's code, you can't talk to Ethereum. Same thing with Bitcoin. But guess what? You got the XRP ledger and you got Codius. I'm the only one who's gone over Codius too for like the longest time. Codius is like the god of, it connects all the cryptos together, all the platforms together. There is no other platform that is able to do a DEX, a digital exchange, where you could start with the peso and end up with the dollar and this and that. Lightning Network's not that. A Lightning Network is Nostro Vostro. You know it is. Quit lying to people, all right? You have the Ripple Liquidity Hub, the XRP Ledger digital exchange, which converts everything from a stock to a bond to a money to a racehorse. The Lightning Network can't do that. Sorry, bye-bye. The Bank for International Settlements is a Ripple partner. Not Ethereum, not Bitcoin, okay? Now, they're talking about you've got to have custody, which Ripple just bought 2 custody platforms. And guess what? Stocks, bonds, derivatives, NFTs, everything is going to need custody where no one can steal it. No more of these FTX where somebody raids the cookie jar and all the cookies are gone. That shit will not happen anymore. That's why Ripple just bought 2 platforms. That's why the Bank of International Settlements is a Ripple partner. Let me show you that evidence right now. And right there, here's the title of your article. Ripple is working with the Bank for International Settlements on the Payments Task Force. When was this? August of last year. Oh, about 6 months ago. You notice how all of a sudden now Ripple just gets Medico and standard custody, right? In the past 6 months, they just get custody, right? Well, in the past 6 months, they just joined the BIS. It's the same time. They got custody. Now the BIS is saying, oh, you've got to have custody to run the world. Da, da, da. Well, it just so happens that Ripple is a joint member of the BIS talking about how damn important custody is. And they just joined 6 months ago. Very interesting. And they just happened to get custody from Matako and standard custody within the past 6 months. All very interesting. And looky right here. Here's a copy paste. Leading enterprise crypto company Ripple acquires custody provider Medico. May 17th, 2023. Here's your other article showing you Ripple bought standard custody as well. Right there. Let me tell you something. Bitcoin and Ethereum are garbage. They don't have global, world-class custody. I think one of the top 3 banks in the world, HSBC, uses Medico for custody. Guess what? Now Ripple owns Medico. So guess what? One of the top 3 banks in the world is using Ripple for custody. It's not Bitcoin. It's not Ethereum. Okay. And oh, I got one last article left. Let's see if I got time. Hold on. Okay, I got time. I got to make it quick. 10 minutes or less. Can Crypto Hulk do an article fast? I think so. I've got to be a taxi service here real quick. Let me see if I gave you guys the title. Looks like I did. We check the comments real quick. Got Crypto She-Hulk there. All right, here's your article. European Union regulators. Oh my God, listen what's going on. They're going to publish draft rules for stablecoin, for crypto. Look, I'm going to replace the word crypto and stablecoins because it's basically close to the same thing. The European Union is getting ready to show us what their crypto laws are. What have I always told you? There's 2 things we need to be rich, and you got to have both. 1, global crypto regulations. Number 2, now all global crypto regulations mean all the countries in the world kind of have to agree on the same thing, okay? It's like you're playing a game of football. Everybody has to agree on the game rules. You can't throw in baseball rules. It's not going to work. You can't throw in soccer rules. If you're playing baseball, you've got to have everybody, both teams have to agree on the rules, okay? Now, what's happening in Europe? Now, Europe's not the entire world. I look at it as like a sandbox, but a real life. Say, look, nobody likes going first, right? It's almost smart to do second or third, okay? You never want to like be first to do anything unless you know 100% you're going to pass. So sometimes maybe better to be second, maybe not even third, but be second. The EU is going to publish crypto regulations. Now, they're not going to enforce them, they're going to publish the rules. Okay. They're going to lay out the requirements for crypto rules. Crypto Hulk, how do we get rich again? Real quick. Global crypto regulations. After that, global tokenization. We were just talking about Ripple, weren't we? Yeah. And we were just talking about HSBC, one of the top 3 banks in the world, uses Ripple's custody. It's called Medico. That's tokenization from one of the world's biggest banks. We've got to have global tokenization. The more things that are tokenized, the richer we're going to be. Okay. This is half of it right here. This is half. When a country is announcing they're going to show their crypto rules, that's pretty massive. The European Union's banking and markets regulators have issued a set of draft technical standards for crypto. Okay, this is pretty amazing. The standards are one of several batches the watchdogs are expected to formulate and issue under the EU landmark crypto asset MiCA, market and crypto asset. The European Union's banking regulator published its last batch of draft requirements for stablecoins, referencing multiple currencies under the bloc's MiCA regulations. They got the requirements, the templates, the procedures, the complaints. All this is coming together right here. Unlike stablecoins that are pegged to the value of one currency like the euro or the US dollar, they're talking about can reference several of them or other assets like crypto. It's not going to be like a traditional stable coin, okay? There's going to be like a basket. The euro is going to have like a basket of things. Let's look at it right here. MiCA, which is market and crypto assets for the euro, as a whole, like the whole area, is set to take effect in December. That's when they get their green light. But right now, rules for stable coins will come into force this summer. So again, I want you to notice when people say Crypto Hulk, when does all this take off with crypto? Well, I told you in spring, right? 2025. I told you that last year, like a prediction. Here we go again. I told Crypto Hulk, how do you know it's going to be? Look, I don't 100% know. But look right here. This is going to happen in December. You know, everything always seems to happen. All the rules get set up in December. That's why I've said spring. Because everything gets finalized, green light in December. There's going to be a go time. January, February, March, April. I'm saying spring. That's when I'm seeing like a go. But notice again, another article. This is all going to be done by December. Didn't I just say that this morning? There was something I was talking about this morning, and it all had to be ready by December, right? And here we go again tonight. I'm making another show today. And what's the deadline? December. So that must mean January, February, maybe March, something just takes off, all right? I don't have a crystal ball. I'm just reading articles and showing you. They all are about November, December. Everything's like right at the tail end of the year. That's why I tell you guys, spring 2025, I wouldn't be surprised if this shit pops off. All right. It's not a hocus pocus. I'm just showing you articles. I try to show facts, right? That's what I'm doing. I'm showing facts. Why I believe. I don't know if it's going to happen, but just every fucking article, there's something about November or it must be done by December. I don't know, but it sure seems kind of weird why everything is November, December. Okay, just makes me wonder. Jim Mulligan. So at least one of the three little pigs are going to use Ripple. Oh, they're all going to. What? JP Morgan, Citibank, and HSBC. That's all the three little pigs, Jim. Let me refresh your memory. JP Morgan is a member of the Al Farhad Exchange. Guess what? Al Farhad Exchange is running on XRP. So in a way, you got JP Morgan using Ripple every day. You got JP Morgan using XRP every day, Ripple, okay? They may not have a direct relationship, which we know they do. It's all secret. It's called the non-disclosure agreements. Ripple has 1,700 non-disclosure agreements. Look, between you and me, you know JP Morgan's right there. Okay, all this shit is on the hush-hush. But Crypto Hulk, I don't see anything on paper. Because you won't, dude. You don't sit at the fucking table. You're a fucking nobody, just like me. We're not going to see those non-disclosure agreements. So now you got to use your fucking brain. So what you're telling me, not Jim Mulligan, but the fucking dummies out there, I don't see it. So it's not done. You're so fucking stupid. You have no idea there's Ripple China. You have no idea there's Ripple Russia, on and on. You don't know a fucking thing. That's why I clown these people to get on my show. If you can't find all my information and proof, I don't even need to waste my time talking to you because mental midgets are a waste of my time. All right. Now, the three little pigs, they're all Ripple partners. One, JP Morgan. They're a member of the Al Farhad Exchange. They're using Ripple's XRP every day. That's one of them. Citibank. Citibank is backing, oh God, I just did it the other day. Standard Chartered, I believe that is. Let me type in real quick. Citibank, oh, here we go. Citibank partners with Ripple Powers Volpay. I'm going to show you this article right here. This is especially for Jim. There you go. Jim, read that article. Just in, Citibank extends. They extend, meaning they've already had a partnership with Ripple Powered Volante. So now JP Morgan is using Al Farhad Exchange. I'll show you that article. I'm really kind of doing too much, but I want Jim to know that when he watches this channel, it's all about facts. There's your next truth bomb, Jim. Ripple partner and JP Morgan joined forces in the United Arab Emirates. There you go. About a year and a half ago. And the last one is the HSBC. I don't know if I have that one on hand. Yes, I do have that one on hand. Give me 30 seconds to shoot it over to you. So now I'm going to prove to you all three of the little pigs. See, when I started my show, I didn't have this evidence 4 years ago, but now I do. Let me go with the last one right there. So now, Jim, there's your last one. This article is from November of last year, about 4 or 5 months ago. HSBC. They're one of the biggest banks in the world. I called them the three little pigs. JP Morgan, Citibank, and HSBC. I've been calling them the three little pigs for 4 years because they move all the money. They're the reason it costs so much money to send money all around the world, okay? HSBC partners with Ripple-owned Medico. So HSBC does partnership with Medico, and Medico is owned by Ripple. So there you go. All three little pigs with proof are Ripple partners. Next, Fred Tias. Thank you, Fred, for your donation to the channel. Land Surveyor Matt. Thank you very much for that donation. Hulk's Casting Couch says, welcome to the 2024 crypto explosion. Allie Merkel says, thanks, Hulk. And thank you, Allie, for that listener-supported channel. Dennis H. Scaramucci said he asked JP Morgan if he could deposit crypto in his account, and they said yes. Look, these people are already done, okay? All the big names. Look, BNY Mellon was a partner since like 2016 that we have on record, okay? Quintestinal says something about Hulk is all facts. The screen jumped up, so I missed. Yeah, it disappeared. I don't know where it went. But anyhow, okay. Yeah, there it is. Facts is what the Hulk is all about. That's how we do it. So when you invest, wait, hold on.
That was easy.
So I just proved to you all the three little pigs were Ripple partners. Everything on the show is fact-based. No other channel has all this evidence, right? My name is CryptoHawk. This will be it. No more shows for today. This is my second one. I'm done. And tomorrow morning, I might do one in the morning. I got to let you know. I got to do a blood test for that doctor, and they got to mail the results. And then by Friday, I think the doctor gets them, and then they mail me my supplies out for the anti-aging thing or whatever, rejuvenation center. So I don't know about I might make a show in the morning. I might not because I got to drive and give a blood test. So we'll see. Thanks, Hulk. I just found you, says Quintessential One. All right, keep learning here. The show's just straight based on facts. So it's a zero wrecked. I have an anti-crypto channel. Most crypto shows will get you wrecked. Not Crypto Hulk. I'll see y'all in my next broadcast.